Now in this course, we're going to take a look at 3 Burp extenders that are going to provide more capabilities to us inside of our native installation of Burp Suite. The 3 extenders we'll be looking at include CO2, which is an extension to SQL Map, Retire.js, which helps us to find outdated jQuery or JavaScript files, and something called Carbonator, which assists us with running Burp in headless mode for automation. In this demo, we're going to go ahead and install these 3 extensions into our Burp Suite product. Now let's go ahead and install the 3 extensions that I introduced you to. Let's start with CO2. Select CO2 on the left and scroll down to the Install button on the right and click Install. You'll know that it's successfully installed because you will have a check mark there. Now let's do the next one, Carbonator. Now one thing to note about Carbonator is you do need to download a file called JSON jar. Now JSON jar is available from this URL. Once you have it downloaded, go to your Options tab, scroll to the Python environment, and then select the location of that JSON jar file. And the third one is going to be Retire.js. Now you will know that your Burp instance has these 3 extensions installed successfully when you go to the Extensions tab and you look at this table. You can also check the output for each one to verify that they've loaded properly. If you have any errors, they will display on this tab. Now here's just a very quick introduction on how to use CO2 with SQL Map. Returning to our application, let's go ahead and put something in the search box. Go back to Burp, find that search in your proxy HTTP history table. For the request, right-click and send to SQL Mapper. Now the first thing we want to do is to not include the cookies, and that will clean up our SQL Map command quite a bit. Now come down to the detection area. We want to increase our detection level, let's just say up to 3. We want to also increase our risk. If you go to the Injection tab, the testable parameter, which is our only parameter, is Q. And the database that's being used on the back end is SQLite. So let's go ahead and specify that here. That gives us the following command that we could copy and paste into SQL Map. Now obviously you need to already have SQL Map installed on your system. But from here, you would take the command and append the additional parameters, and then have SQL Map run. When you get your results back, you will realize that the SQL behind the search text box is definitely susceptible to SQL injection, which means we can continue with our attack of SQL Map to perform data exfiltration of the entire database.